Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Nauman Ahmed and I am in grade 7. My father's name is Rashid. My topic for the Abdus Salam Science Fair is Bottled-up-Buoyancy. So what is the Bottled-up-Buoyancy, you may ask? Well, the Bottled-up-Buoyancy is a science project about submarines and how they work. The main words are buoyancy, pressure, tension, and balance. Now I am going to talk about submarines. Submarines are large, heavy ships that are often built with steel. So how in the world do they float in the water? The answer is buoyancy. A submarine or a ship can float because the weight of water that it displaces is equal to the weight of the ship. This displacement of water creates an upward force called the buoyant force and acts opposite to gravity, which would pull the ship down. Unlike a ship, a submarine can control its buoyancy. Now let's talk about buoyancy. Buoyancy shows you what level the submarine is on in the water and how much floats up. There are 3 types of buoyancies. First one positive, second one negative, third one neutral. Positive buoyancy is when an object floats in liquid. Negative buoyancy is when an object sinks. It refers to an object whose weight is more than the weight of the liquid it displaces. Now here's an image of neutral buoyancy. Neutral buoyancy is an object that will neither sink nor rise. Now let's talk about pressure. Some submarines are also made of very strong materials like steel to resist the forces of high pressure the submarine encounters as it dives deeper under the water. Tension. Tension occurs when the spring is twisted and stretched tightly. It creates force and it gives the submarine power to move forward. Balance. Balance happens when you place the submarine in the water with the ruler on top of the water level. It's either going to tilt to the right, left, or sink to the bottom of the water. To make it balance, you need to add enough water to make sure that it stays in the neutral buoyancy level. How does a submarine move? One way for a submarine to move forward is to use a propeller. But there's a trick to this movement. When the propeller spins, it can also spin the submarine, taking away any forward movement. Without stabilizing fins, a submarine would just be a spinning tube. The stabilizing fins resist spinning by adding a force of friction, canceling out the spinning motion which allows the propeller to push the submarine forward. The submarine can also move backwards by changing the direction that the propeller spins. As you can see on the screen, here is an image of how buoyancy works. Last but not least, how does a submarine dive and surface? It surfaces by changing how much water it stores in the blast tank. As you can see on the left, the blast tank is empty and the submarine is at the surface. On the right, the blast tank is full and the submarine dives underwater. Now that we have an understanding of buoyancy, let's see how it works in submarines.